Night slowly descends, drawing down a deep indigo veil that cloaks the world. The air grows still. Only the soft whisper of the wind to the trees and the crackling of tribal fires break the silence. Above, thousands of stars shimmer like tiny crystals trembling in the vast expanse. Their light has traveled millions of years to reach human eyes, carrying with it the stories of the universe. In the dawn of time, before humanity even knew how to name itself, people already looked up to the sky, wondering, yearning. Each light was a secret, a message from afar that they could not yet comprehend. In the darkness, fear intertwined with fascination, creating the first tremor in the human heart, a vibration that would lead them to curiosity, to the science of the future. Around the fire, tribes told stories of Orion, of the Milky Way as a river of souls, and of planets as wandering lamps bearing the omens of gods. They watched comets, eclipses, and strange changes in the heavens, interpreting them as signs for daily life. The sky was never empty. It was alive with stories, spirits, and portents. Human imagination wove a mythical tapestry, where every star and constellation held its own role and meaning. In Mesopotamia, the Babylonians began recording the cycles of the moon, the sun, and the wandering stars on clay tablets. They realized that celestial bodies moved by pattern, not by chance, and meticulously noted even the smallest variations. Those clay tablets became the first bricks in the foundation of astronomy, though they knew nothing yet of galaxies or gravity. In Egypt, priests observed Sirius to predict the flooding of the Nile, creating an accurate calendar for agriculture. In China, astronomers documented comets, eclipses, and other unusual events in the heavens, interpreting them as omens for dynasties and human affairs. Though these observations were steeped in myth, they laid the groundwork for a logical, systematic understanding of the cosmos. The ancient Greeks began to ask different questions. Thales, Pythagoras, Aristotle, and Aristarchus did not just look at the sky. They asked why the universe moved as it did. Aristarchus dared to propose that the earth revolved around the sun, an outrageous idea for his time, but one that planted the seed of modern scientific thought. In the cities and academies of Greece, scholars observed, measured, and calculated celestial motions, realizing that the heavens were not chaos, but governed by hidden order. Curiosity and the thirst for understanding became humanity's guiding light, like the stars that shone above them. During the Middle Ages, Europe still believed that Earth was the center of the universe. Then came Galileo Galilei, a new spark in the dark. With a simple telescope, he lifted his gaze to the sky. He saw that the moon's surface was not smooth, but scarred with mountains and craters. Observing Jupiter, he discovered 4 moons orbiting it. These findings shook the old worldview. Not everything revolved around Earth. There were other centers, other orbits, other worlds. Though forbidden by the church to teach his discoveries, Galileo's ideas slipped quietly into the minds of the young, sowing the seeds of modern science. Then came Isaac Newton, another radiant light. When an apple fell, he saw the invisible force connecting it to Earth, the moon, and the sun. He wrote the equations of motion, laying the foundations of modern physics. Newton understood that the universe followed laws, but on silent nights he too must have gazed upward, sensing the sacred stillness of the cosmos, realizing that science tells only half the story. The other half is all before the unknown. William Herschel expanded humanity's vision with colossal telescopes. He discovered Uranus and thousands of nebulae, later revealed to be distant galaxies. Each point of light was a world beyond imagination. Together with his sister Caroline, he spent countless nights recording every motion, every gleam, every subtle change. In those long vigils, they felt the grandeur of the universe, the smallness of humankind, and the deep connection binding all things in space. Every celestial body, every nebula, every star tells a story of time, of birth and death, of endless motion. From Babylon's clay tablets to Galileo's fragile lenses to Herschel's golden mirrors, humanity has always sought the light, seeking to understand the universe, and in doing so, finding itself within it. When we lift our eyes to the night sky, we are not merely looking at the cosmos. We are looking into the past, connected with fires that burned millions of years ago, feeling the heartbeat of the universe breathing with us. In that moment, we understand that science and contemplation are one. Every light, every motion, every discovery is a story a pulse of the cosmos, and we are part of its great symphony. The 18th century ushered in an era when humankind began to build artificial eyes, great telescopes, to see farther than nature itself allowed. William Herschel was one of the pioneers of this new vision. He not only discovered Uranus, but also cataloged thousands of nebulae, those faint, misty glows once thought to be mere clouds in the sky. Each of those glimmers turned out to be a world, a colossal city of stars containing billions of suns. Herschel and his sister Caroline, by candlelight, recorded every movement and subtle change of the night sky in their notebooks. As the cold wind hissed around their observatory dome, they felt a quiet majesty. The universe was infinite, and humanity had only just brushed its edge. But visible light alone was not enough to unveil the universe's secrets. Humanity learned to listen to light in new ways, discovering the spectrum and splitting it into bands of color. In each band lay information about a star's composition, temperature, and age. Through these spectral fingerprints, people realized the universe was not still, but a radiant symphony, each star and planet carrying its own signature, telling its own story. They learned that one star was aging, another being born, and between them flowed a ceaseless motion, the slow, steady heartbeat of the cosmos. At the dawn of the 20th century, Albert Einstein appeared as a man who opened a door into imagination. He did not merely observe. He envisioned himself riding upon a beam of light. From that vision emerged the theory of relativity, forever changing humanity's understanding of space and time. Space was no longer rigid. Time was no longer an absolute line. Matter bent space, and light traveled along those curves. The universe became supple, dynamic, yet precisely ordered, like a grand machine running on laws so delicate the human eye could not see them. Then came Edwin Hubble, expanding humanity's vision once more. On high mountain tops, where the air was thin and cold, he aimed his telescope at faint nebulae. Measuring their distance, he discovered they lay far beyond the Milky Way. Those faint smudges were galaxies, each one a city of billions of stars, each star surrounded by untold worlds. And Hubble went further. He saw that nearly all galaxies were receding from us. Their light stretched toward red. The universe was not static. It was expanding. And if it was expanding, there must have been a beginning, a Big Bang. For the first time, humankind glimpsed the universe's past, realizing we are part of that eternal flow. From the first light to every mote of stardust, the 20th century continued to witness astonishing leaps. The Hubble Space Telescope, orbiting above Earth's atmosphere, sent back images never seen before, thousands of galaxies, each a cosmic city, each planet within them a silent story. Humanity stood in awe before those images, overwhelmed, humbled, yet deeply connected to the cosmos. Looking back billions of years, we understood that every star was a memory, and that we ourselves are fragments of that memory. Then came the James Webb Space Telescope, built to see even farther, to catch the faint light of the very first stars, the primordial remnants of the infant universe. Webb sees not just invisible light, but an infrared, peering through cosmic dust into realms never before revealed. When it unfolded its vast golden mirrors in the cold of space, it was like a metallic flower blooming in the infinite night, reaching toward the universe's first moments. The light that reaches has traveled more than 13 billion years, carrying the story of creation, of the first stars igniting, forging the first atoms, laying the foundations for galaxies and worlds to come. Through James Webb, humanity realized that light is the bridge between past and present, between ourselves and infinity. Every particle of stardust, every photon, every galaxy is part of a vast memory, and we are its listeners. Through curiosity and the desire to explore, humankind has built eyes to look beyond itself. And through those eyes, the universe reflects back. Each image, each glimmer of light reminds us that we belong to something greater. A grand symphony that began with those first fires around ancient campfires, when our ancestors first looked to heavens and quietly wondered, who are we amid this endless sea of stars? From Herschel to Galileo, Newton, Hubble, and Webb, each step forward has not only widened the reach of our vision, but deepened our understanding. Humanity and the cosmos are one. When we gaze through a telescope, we are not merely observing galaxies. We are seeing ourselves our fleeting existence woven into the infinite. Every discovery is a story, every light a heartbeat, and we are part of that eternal symphony where science, imagination, and contemplation become one. In the stillness of the night, when the light of distant stars touches the human eye, we begin to realize something extraordinary. We are not merely observing the universe, we are made of it. Within every human heart, within each tiny cell, lie iron, oxygen, carbon, elements born from the nuclear furnaces of ancient stars that exploded billions of years ago, scattering their atoms across the cosmos. Every breath we take, every heartbeat, echoes in rhythm with the pulse of the universe. We call this truth the star within us. When humans gaze upon galaxies through Hubble or James Webb, they are not only seeing distant points of light, but also witnessing their own history, looking back into the past from which life on Earth began. Every supernova explosion is a reminder that the atoms in our bodies once belonged to a star. Quite literally, we are the descendants of the cosmos, beings made of light and matter that once blazed in the night sky. Yet this realization is not only scientific, it is profoundly emotional. When the light of distant galaxies enters our eyes, we become aware of our smallness, but also of our deep connection to everything around us. Every particle is stardust. Every point of light in the heavens reminds us that we are part of an endless flow of birth and destruction, of time and space intertwined. That feeling is a harmony between knowledge and wonder, between intellect and soul. Modern thinkers like Carl Sagan express it beautifully. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself. When we observe the Orion Nebula, when we look upon spiral galaxies, when we trace the orbits of planets around distant suns, we see a reflection of ourselves. We are the universe, and the universe is of us. Our existence is bound to every atom, every photon, every cosmic event that occurred long before we were born. Modern physics and astronomy confirm this truth. The carbon atoms in our bodies were forged in stars billions of years ago. The iron in our blood, the oxygen in our lungs, the heavier elements, all originated from supernovae. Every breath we take is a universe breathing through us. Every heartbeat is a pulse resonating with the galaxies. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are its continuation, its living expression. But humanity did not stop at realizing that we are made of stars. We sought to understand the universe itself. Telescopes, satellites, Hubble and Webb, all are instruments connecting our eyes to infinity. When the James Webb Space Telescope observes the earliest stars, we are not just seeing distant light. We are witnessing the journey of matter, the birth of atoms, the first hints of life. The universe becomes a living story, and humanity is both reader and participant within it. Perhaps the most extraordinary revelation is our understanding of time. Every light we see from afar is light from the past, sometimes billions of years old. When we observe a distant galaxy, our eyes receive its image as it was when the universe was only a few 100 million years old. The cosmos is a vast time machine, and we are passengers quietly drifting through it. Small yet magnificent, fragile yet full of knowledge. In that moment, science and poetry meet. Through the discoveries of physics and astronomy, we do not only learn about light, galaxies, and gravity, we also feel the sacredness of our own existence. Looking up at the night sky, we see not only stars but also the story of ourselves. We perceive the rhythm of the cosmos, the unending motion, and sense that everything is connected. From ancient stars to newborn galaxies, from the atoms in our blood to those scattered across the universe, all tell the same story. The story of existence, of light, of time, and of connection. Looking deep into the universe, we realize that we are not alone. We are part of a vast mechanism in which every atom has a source. Every light bears a history, and every life is an extension of the cosmos itself. We are made of stars, and because of that, we can understand, we can feel, and we can dream of worlds our eyes have never seen. And in that silent moment, when the light of distant galaxies touches our eyes, we know that humanity's journey of cosmic discovery will never end. Each night, as we look up at the sky, every heartbeat, every breath becomes a note in the grand symphony we call existence. As humanity entered the 21st century, we no longer looked at the sky only with the naked eye or from telescopes bound to the ground. We lifted our vision into space, beyond the atmosphere, beyond the obstacles the Earth imposes, to explore the universe in a way never before possible. The James Webb Space Telescope became the culmination of that dream, a vast golden eye, gazing toward the most distant regions, where the light from the first star still travels through the dark after billions of years. When Webb unfolded its great golden mirror, the infrared light began to tell the story of the universe's earliest age. Humanity saw faint glimmers, not merely the light of stars that exist today, but light that has journeyed for more than 13 billion years. Each photon was a message from the past, carrying within it the story of the first atoms, the first nuclear reactions that gave birth to all matter, to every planet, and to us ourselves. In those distant lights, we saw that the universe is not silent. It is a continuous current, a grand melody resonating from creation to now. Webb allows us to see through dense clouds of dust that visible light cannot penetrate. In star-forming nebulae, colossal swirls of gas and cosmic dust, Webb reveals the first seeds of stars and planets. Humanity witnesses the processes of birth, the subtle mechanisms nature has set in motion, the way particles gather and take shape to form new suns and planetary systems. Every image, every infrared signal is a meticulous record of the deep past, of the moment when the universe's first light emerged, from which everything began. But Webb does not look only backward. It opens a door to understanding the universe in motion. Through its infrared eyes, astronomers observe galaxies colliding, stars dying in supernova explosions, and distant planets orbiting their suns. Each observation is a lesson about time, about life and death, about the intricate web of connection binding all things in the cosmos. Every speck of light Webb sends home is a heartbeat of the universe, reminding humanity that we are part of that vast symphony. Through Webb's data, scientists discover that the first galaxies formed only a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. The light we see today has traveled across space and time to reach us. With every image, we learn to read the history of the universe, to understand how matter moves, and to recognize the complex patterns the cosmos has woven since the beginning. Every photon is a story, every point of light, a page in the universe's immense journal, the cold, silent space where Webb drifts holds billions of untold stories. Humanity learns to listen to light, to see through dust and distance, to understand that every event, no matter how small, has meaning in the grand tapestry of existence. From tiny stars to colossal galaxies, all move in accordance with delicate laws that often escape the naked eye and ordinary mind. Yet with tools and imagination, we begin to perceive the deep harmony, the resonance between ourselves and the universe. In quiet moments, when the light from distant galaxies reaches our senses, we realize that we are not alone. Every atom in our bodies, every breath, every heartbeat is part of the cosmic flow. We are made of stars. As scientists have revealed, carbon, oxygen, iron, all once belonged to stars that exploded billions of years ago. Through Webb's gaze, we see our own past, the way the universe created us, and we feel that we are part of a grand symphony without beginning or end. Even more wondrous is how we come to sense the rhythm of time through light itself. When we look at a distant galaxy, our eyes are seeing it as it was billions of years ago. The universe becomes a vast time machine, and we are silent passengers traveling through its stream, observing, feeling, learning. Each discovery is a heartbeat. Each beam of light a story, each observation a step closer to understanding both the cosmos and ourselves. James Webb, with its infinite infrared gaze, reminds us that exploration is not only about seeing, it is about understanding, feeling, and belonging. As data flows back to Earth, scientists, artists, and anyone who looks up at the night sky can reflect. We are part of an unending motion, threads woven into the web of time and space. Every discovery opens a new door, taking humanity farther, deeper, and closer to the truth of our own origins. And when night falls once more, as Webb turns its golden eye toward distant realms, humans sit by their windows, by their telescopes, or simply under the open sky, feeling the pulse of the cosmos through the light. They know that the stars, the galaxies, and their very selves are made of the same matter, bound to the same great story. Each night is a journey, each light a heartbeat, and each of us an inseparable part of the grand symphony we call the universe. After billions of years of observation, humanity has begun to realize that the universe still holds countless mysteries, untold stories that light has only begun to reveal. As James Webb and other modern telescopes send back data, astronomers detect faint glimmers, elusive shapes never before recorded. Each signal is a reminder that the cosmos is not only vast but intricately complex, governed by laws so subtle that the human eye alone cannot perceive them. Distant galaxies, faint clouds of gas, and newly born stars all remind us of the boundless depth of time. Light travels billions of years before reaching our eyes, carrying stories of the first moments, of atoms forming, stars igniting, and planets coalescing. Through that ancient light, we learn to read the history of the universe, to recognize the birth and death of stars, and to glimpse the wondrous machinery of matter in motion. Among the greatest enigmas is dark matter, something we cannot see, yet we can measure its influence on galaxies. Through gravity, dark matter binds galaxies together, keeping them from flying apart. Yet it remains invisible, a vast hidden secret the universe keeps to itself. Humanity begins to understand that what we see is only a fraction of the whole, the visible world shaped and sustained by the unseen. Then comes dark energy, a mysterious force pushing galaxies away from one another, driving the expansion of the universe to accelerate. We stand before profound questions. Will the cosmos expand forever, or will it one day collapse back into itself? No answers yet exist. Only wonder, humility, and the unending urge to know. Even without certainty, humanity continues to gaze upward, listening as light tells its ancient story. Recent discoveries have also unveiled exoplanets, distant Earths that may harbor life. Through the study of spectra, scientists detect traces of water, carbon dioxide, and methane, the key ingredients of life. Each discovery is a heartbeat, a new chance to understand the essence of existence in the cosmos. From the days when our ancestors watched Orion by the campfire to now, we realize that life might not be confined to Earth, but scattered among the stars. Yet it is not scientific knowledge alone that stirs the human spirit. It is the feeling of connection. Looking into faint, faraway galaxies, we sense our smallness, but also an invisible bond. Every atom in our bodies, every ray of light, every speck of cosmic dust belongs to the same grand flow. Humanity, though fragile and tiny, is an inseparable note in the cosmic symphony, where every object moves to its own rhythm yet harmonizes with the whole. Astronomers have also discovered gamma-ray bursts, colossal black holes that swallow light and matter, and gravitational waves that ripple through space-time itself. Each event is like a mighty drumbeat in the cosmic symphony, reminding us of nature's immense power and mystery. As data streams back to Earth, scientists analyze every signal, every fluctuation, striving to uncover the hidden laws beneath the serene face of the night sky. These mysteries are not just knowledge, they're emotion. Gazing at the faint lights of the universe, we feel silence, grandeur, and beauty woven through invisible order. Every discovery, whether a single atom in a cosmic dust grain or a colossal galaxy, inspires awe, reverence, and an unending desire to understand more. We learn that the universe never runs out of stories or secrets, and that each step forward, each observation, is part of an endless journey. Looking back, from the first nights our ancestors stare at the sky beside the fire, to the day when Webb reveals the earliest galaxies, our curiosity remains unchanged. We have learned to read light, to listen to infrared whispers, and to realize that every spark, every atom, every dust grain is a story, a heartbeat of the universe. We are both the storytellers and the listeners, part of the great symphony we call existence. And in that quiet moment, when the light of distant galaxies and stars reaches our eyes, we understand that the journey of discovery will never end. Each night, as we look up at the sky, every heartbeat and every breath beats in rhythm with the pulse of the cosmos. The untold mysteries still await, and with curiosity and imagination as our guide, we will continue to walk, to listen, and understand that we ourselves are part of the eternal story that never stops unfolding. In the night sky, the light of the stars is more than just a shimmer. It is memory, the heartbeat of an ancient past. When humanity peers deeper, beyond clouds of dust and unfathomable distance, we discover that the first stars once ignited the universe after the dark ages, when everything was cold, empty, and silent. Those early stars, small yet fierce, became the guiding lanterns that shaped galaxies, planets, and eventually life itself. Thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, we can now witness that primordial light. emitted by stars formed only a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. Each photon has traveled across the infinite expanse, through billions of years, before finally touching our eyes. In that light, humanity sees not just brightness, but history, an unfolding story of matter, of the first nuclear reactions that forged carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen, the very elements essential for life. We realize that from those first rays, the universe began writing its own story, and somehow we are its living continuation. But the universe does not speak only the past. It also whispers of the future. Galaxies still expand, stars are born and die, and new worlds continue to emerge from clouds of cosmic dust. Every observation is a lesson in continuity. In the unbroken flow of time and matter, humanity learns that everything has a beginning, but every end connects back to that beginning. That the universe is a symphony without pause, where past, present, and future harmonize within every photon, every atom, every galaxy. Scientists have also discovered that the universe is expanding faster and faster, driven by dark energy, a mysterious force we still do not understand. This leads to a question about the universe's ultimate fate. Will galaxies drift apart forever, or will all collapse back into a single, final instant? As we gaze into the heavens, we see both vastness and intimacy, an enormity beyond imagination, and at the same time, the fragile realization that our existence, though small, is inseparable from the grand cosmic whole. Yet light does more than reveal distant galaxies. It uncovers new worlds beyond our sun. Through spectroscopy and the study of planetary atmospheres, astronomers detect traces of water, methane, and carbon dioxide, the building blocks of life. Each newly discovered planet, each possible sign of life, is a reminder that the universe is richer and more abundant than we ever imagined. We are not alone, and with every new discovery, another door opens to imagination, to hope. The light that guides us is not only physical. It is also the light of awareness, of knowledge. As humans observe, record, and analyze, they uncover the hidden laws of the cosmos. How galaxies form, how stars explode, how planets arise from dust, how atoms come together to create life. Every discovery, whether a single star or a distant galaxy, beats like a pulse in the cosmic symphony, reminding us that curiosity itself is a light that guides humanity forward. Over the decades, humanity has learned to blend science with art in the act of reading light. Images captured by Webb, by Hubble, by ground-based observatories are not merely data, they are works of art, stories written in illumination. Each image is a reminder of grandeur, of mystery, of the profound connection between ourselves and the universe. When we look at these images, we see not only galaxies, we see history, we see time, we see our own reflection in the infinite flow of existence. In moments of silence, when the light from the first stars and the most distant galaxies touches our eyes, we feel the rhythm of the cosmos. Each photon is a story, each beam a heartbeat, and we are both the listeners and the resonators. From the first stars, from supernovae, from newborn planets, to us and all life on Earth, everything moves together in a great symphony, where past, present, and future are forever intertwined. We come to understand that exploring the universe is not merely the pursuit of knowledge, it is a pursuit of connection. We see ourselves mirrored in the distant light, our own story reflected across galaxies, realizing that every discovery is a heartbeat, every observation a verse, and every one of us an inseparable note in this eternal symphony. Light leads the way, not only through space, but through time, guiding us from the first campfires under ancient skies to the observatories of today, where imagination and intellect unite to comprehend the cosmos. And when night falls once more, when the star-filled sky glows with the light of the earliest stars in faraway worlds, we understand that the journey of discovery never ends. Each observation, each heartbeat, each beam of light is part of an endless story. The universe continues to speak, to move, and we continue to listen, joining in the rhythm of the infinite symphony, where science, poetry, and knowledge converge to illuminate the path forward. When humanity looks up at the night sky, they see more than light. They see the traces of time. Every galaxy, every star, every distant speck of light tells a story of the past, sometimes from billions of years ago. Light travels across vast distances, through space and time, to finally touch the human eye, reminding us that the universe is a vast archive, a boundless journal of which we are all readers. Thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope and other modern observatories, humanity can now witness the earliest galaxies formed when the universe was still young. They're like the first seeds in an immense forest, tiny sparks of light filled with potential. Through these observations, we come to understand that the formation of galaxies never ceases. Stars are born, live, and die, creating heavy elements that scatter throughout the cosmos, laying the foundation for the next generations of stars and planets. Every motion, every explosion, every ray of light tells a story of time, of birth and death, and of the continuous unfolding of the universe. Massive black holes, hidden within galaxies, are other traces of time and matter. They consume light and material, warping space-time around them, creating gravitational waves that humanity has only recently begun to detect through advanced experiments. Each black hole is a deep drumbeat in the cosmic symphony, a reminder that the universe is not only beautiful but also powerful and mysterious. When the data from these phenomena are analyzed, humans perceive the subtle interplay of natural forces, the intricate dance between time and matter, and learn to read the universe's traces to understand its past and predict its future. Light also tells a story of life. Exoplanets, worlds beyond our solar system, bearing signs of water and vital gases, reveal the possibility of life in distant realms. Through spectroscopy, scientists learn to identify chemical compositions, temperatures, and habitability on these planets. Each new world, each planet that might harbor life, reminds us that the universe is far larger and richer than we ever imagined, that life might exist in places we once never dared to dream of. But more than anything, light is the bridge between past, present, and future. When gazing at a distant galaxy, one doesn't simply see its shape or color. They are witnessing a moment billions of years ago, the instant that light was born, realizing that the very photons now entering our eyes have journeyed across the cosmos to tell the story of an eternal motion. Every photon is a message, every beam a heartbeat, and every observation brings humanity one step closer to understanding the universe and itself. Humanity has learned to move in harmony with that flow. When we look at spiral galaxies, star-forming nebulae, and the glow of ancient stars, we feel the rhythm, the ceaseless movement, and the connection between all things. Every atom in our bodies, every speck of stardust, every photon crossing space is part of the same grand symphony. This understanding is not merely scientific. It is spiritual, and experience a profound resonance with the cosmos. Astronomers have also discovered transient events, gamma-ray bursts, supernovae, brief yet ferocious flashes that transform everything around them. Each event is a reminder that the universe is never still. It moves, it changes, it speaks to us of nature's power, mystery, and wonder. When we listen to the light from these cosmic explosions, we begin to hear the universe's own rhythm, realizing that every discovery, every observation, is part of an endless process of learning and connection. When night falls, when the first stars appear and distant galaxies send their light to us, humanity feels its own existence within the infinite flow. We are part of the universe, made of elements born in stars, and at the same time, we are observers, listeners, and storytellers. Every step, every discovery, every glimmer of light received is a heartbeat in the grand symphony we call existence. Looking up at the night sky, humanity realizes that science and poetry, knowledge and emotion, reason and spirit all merge into one. Light guides us not only to explore matter, but to understand ourselves, to grasp time, connection, and life itself. Every night is a new journey, every heartbeat a rhythm of the cosmos, and each of us is a note in the endless story, where every atom, every photon, every planet speaks the same tale, the tale of a living, moving, and wondrous universe. When humanity looks up at the night sky, they realize that the universe is not merely a physical map, but a poetic story, where science and emotion intertwine. The distant stars are not just nuclear reactions. They are storytellers of light, reminding us of the past, the present, and the future. Every photon is a whisper, every galaxy a verse, and every night a new chapter in the infinite journal of the cosmos. The James Webb Space Telescope and others have opened doors for humanity to peer deeper into those mysteries. Through infrared light, we can see the first stars, the clouds of gas-forming planets, and the young galaxies drifting across the vastness of space. Each discovery is a heartbeat of the universe, every image a work of art, and every signal a poem written in light. Humanity begins to understand that to truly grasp the cosmos, one must not only have knowledge, but also the ability to listen, to contemplate, and to feel. When gazing at spiral galaxies, humans witness the delicate choreography of billions of stars orbiting their centers in graceful harmony. Supernovae, massive black holes, and dense clouds of gas all contribute to this rhythm. Humanity, small as it may be, is part of the same cosmic rhythm. The atoms in our bodies once belonged to stars, passed through supernova explosions, and now flow within the current of space-time. Every breath is a heartbeat. Every heartbeat a note in the endless symphony of the cosmos. With every image captured by Webb, Hubble, or ground-based telescopes, humanity receives more than scientific data. It receives an experience of beauty and awe. The distant specks of light, the swirling arms, the radiant nebulae, all remind us that the universe is alive, in motion, and always telling its story. Humanity learns to listen to light, to read the traces left by nature, and to understand that science and poetry are not separate. Both are ways to connect with the universe. In quiet moments, when light from the earliest galaxies touches a human eye, a profound connection is felt. We are part of the past, present in the now, and dreaming of the future. Every atom in our bodies, every grain of cosmic dust, every photon of light tells a story of life, matter, and time. By listening to that story, humanity realizes that it is not merely observing the cosmos. It is moving in rhythm with it, becoming both storyteller and listener, living within the great cosmic symphony. The distant planets with signs of water and essential gases remind us that life might exist in places once beyond imagination. These worlds, potential homes for life, are not just scientific targets, but sources of inspiration. They raise timeless questions. Is there anyone else out there listening to the light of the stars? Are there other heartbeats echoing with the rhythm of the cosmos? Light becomes a guide, not only through space, but through human imagination and emotion. As humans learn to interpret infrared signals, analyze spectra, and trace the movement of galaxies, they discover that the universe is a living symphony. Nothing is ever truly still. Every object moves, every speck of dust tells a story, and every beam of light is a reminder of connection. With curiosity, heart, and intellect, we participate in this grand symphony. As listeners, storytellers, and essential parts of its unfolding melody. In the stillness of night, humanity can sense the rhythm of the universe. Galaxies spinning, stars being born and dying, black holes consuming light, and faint infrared signals from the first stars. Every rhythm is a heartbeat, every heartbeat a story, and every story a verse in the endless cosmic symphony. Humanity learns to move in tune, to listen, and to understand that it is an inseparable part of the living universe. Through infrared light traveling across time and space, the James Webb Telescope reminds us that exploration is not only a scientific pursuit, it is a spiritual experience. When we witness the first glimmers of light, we realize we are looking at the universe's own birth, at the moment when matter first gathered to form stars, planets, and eventually life itself. Every light is a story, every story a pulse, and every pulse a note in the unending symphony of existence. In the final moment of this chapter, as night descends and the sky shimmers, humanity feels that everything, from the atoms in our bodies, to the dust among the stars, to the distant galaxies, is connected in one vast story. We are the descendants of stars, the listeners and narrators, the living notes in the infinite symphony of the cosmos. And as our eyes close, our hearts slow, and our imagination soars, we continue to listen to the light, to feel the pulse of the living universe, and to belong to the story that never ends. From the first nights when our ancestors lifted their eyes to the sky, wondering about the glittering lights above, to this very day, humanity has never stopped seeking to leave Earth and step into the boundless void. Earth, with its blue atmosphere and vast oceans, is where we began, but the great universe is calling. The journey from gazing with the naked eye, to building telescopes, to launching probes and satellites beyond the atmosphere, stands as a testament to the human spirit of endless exploration. Every spaceflight, every satellite, every probe is a leap beyond our limits. Astronauts who look down at Earth from orbit see a delicate blue planet suspended in the darkness of space and feel the fragile yet magnificent nature of life. They see the thin layer of atmosphere that shields all living things and realize that everything they know and love exists within a delicate circle of physics and biology. And each time they look outward into the distance, they also turn their minds toward the infinite, toward the stars whose ancient light still travels on its endless journey. Exploring the universe is not merely a journey beyond Earth. It is a journey into the past. Every galaxy, every star, every nebula we observe is a trace of time. Thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope and other modern observatories, we can see light from the first stars, from the earliest galaxies, from supernova explosions billions of light years away. Every photon is a message, a heartbeat of the cosmos, and each discovery brings us closer to understanding our own origins. When observing exoplanets, humanity realizes that the universe is not only vast but profoundly diverse. Every planet, every moon, every celestial body has its own character. There are gas giants like Jupiter, rocky planets like Earth, and others that lie within the habitable zone, showing traces of water and vital gases. Through spectral analysis, astronomers determine their chemical composition, temperature, and surface conditions, painting detailed portraits of worlds where life might emerge. With curiosity and science, humanity pieces these fragments together, understanding that the journey of discovery is not only about us, it's about every possibility that might exist within the cosmos. Gamma ray bursts, colossal black holes, and colliding galaxies all remind us that the universe is constantly moving, constantly changing, and that we are part of that eternal flow. Black holes, though invisible to light, reveal themselves through their gravitational influence and the waves they send across space-time. Every signal is a story, every event a pulse, and every observation teaches us how to read the rhythm of the universe, to understand that every object, every ray of light, every speck of dust narrates the intricate workings of nature. Yet this unending journey is not only one of intellect, it is also a journey of emotion and awareness. When humanity looks at distant galaxies, we sense our own smallness, yet also our belonging. Every atom in our bodies, every photon from the stars, every grain of cosmic dust connects us to space and time. This realization is both humbling and grand, both scientific and sacred. We are small, yet we are essential, each of us a note in the magnificent symphony the universe plays. Modern scientists have also realized that exploring space is a way to understand Earth itself. From orbit from the moon, or from other planets, they see our world as fragile, colorful, and vulnerable. This perspective awakens a deep sense of appreciation and compels us to protect our home, to recognize that life, in all its forms, is precious and interconnected. Every mission, every observation, every discovery is a reminder of the profound link between us and our planet, between us and the cosmos, and between us and all living things. The unending journey is also one of human potential. With advanced instruments, we have learned to observe phenomena that are both unimaginably distant and exquisitely subtle. From the faint infrared glow of the first stars, to gravitational waves from emerging black holes, to complex organic molecules within nebulae. Every data point, every signal, opens new doors for imagination to soar, for dreams to take shape, and for intellect to merge with the beauty and rhythm of the universe. In the final moment of this chapter, as light from galaxies, stars, and planets reaches our eyes, humanity understands that the unending journey is not only a voyage through space, but through time, through knowledge, and through feeling. Every step, every observation, every heartbeat is part of the grand symphony we call the universe. We, though small, are inseparable parts of it, storytellers and listeners, moving with the rhythm of light, dreaming of worlds yet unseen, and forever journeying toward the infinite. When we look up at the night sky once more, every light, every star, every galaxy tells the same story, the story of time, of matter, and of ourselves. From the first flickers of light after the Big Bang to the distant planets orbiting faraway stars, the universe has always been in motion, always narrating, always reminding us of profound connection that binds every object and every living being. Each photon traveling through space, each atom in our bodies, each particle of cosmic dust is part of this endless symphony. The James Webb Space Telescope and other modern observatories have opened a new doorway. Humanity no longer merely sees a universe. We feel it, listen to it, and move with it. Through infrared light, We observe primordial galaxies, newborn stars, and planets that may harbor life. Every image, every signal, every discovery is a heartbeat, a story, a melody within the grand cosmic symphony. We begin to understand that science is not only about numbers and theories. It is also a way to feel the beauty, mystery, and rhythm of the cosmos. When gazing at distant galaxies, we realize that the universe is a vast and intricate web of connections. Stars are born, live, and die. Black holes devour light and matter. Galaxies collide and merge, and planets form from clouds of gas and dust. Every process has meaning. Every event creates ripples, and everything moves according to an exquisite rhythm. Humanity, driven by curiosity and imagination, learns to read that rhythm, to attune ourselves to the cosmic music the universe performs. Yet the symphony is not only composed of galaxies and stars. It also includes life, consciousness, and human presence itself. We are a part of the universe. The atoms in our bodies once belonged to stars, passed through supernova explosions, combined into organic molecules, and eventually became living beings. When we listen to the cosmic symphony, we realize that we are both the result of natural processes and the observers who give them meaning. We are at once the audience and the musicians in this eternal performance. Exoplanets, early galaxies, infrared signals, and gravitational waves, all are notes in this cosmic score. Through science, we can read each note, understand each melody, and sense the delicate motion of the universe. Every discovery is a step forward, every observation a heartbeat, and every answer opens new questions, echoes that reverberate through infinite space. Humanity learns to slow down, to listen, to understand that curiosity itself is the rhythm guiding our journey of exploration. In moments of silence, when the light from galaxies, stars, and planets finally reaches our eyes, we perceive the infinite connection of all things. Every photon, every ray, every atom tells a story of time, of matter, and of existence. We see ourselves within that light and recognize that we are inseparable from the cosmic symphony. We are both small and significant, both understanding and wondering, both listening and storytelling. James Webb, Hubble, and other modern instruments do more than let us see the universe. They help us feel that this grand symphony is a harmony of knowledge and emotion, of reason and soul. When we gaze upon the first lights, the radiant nebulae and the distant planets, we feel the wonder, the connection, and the endless beauty of the cosmos. Each night is a journey, each light a heartbeat, and each of us a part of this vast story. In the final moment of this chapter, as night falls, as silence deepens and our heartbeat slows, we sense the cosmic symphony, alive, moving, and eternal. We listen, we harmonize, and we understand that every object, every phenomenon, every light tells the same story. We are the listeners, the storytellers, and the participants in this grand universal rhythm. And when our eyes close and imagination takes flight, we still hear the light, still feel the rhythm, and still merge with a story that never ends, the story of a living, mysterious, and wondrous universe. When humanity looks up at the night sky, they see not only distant stars, but also imagined worlds hidden in the darkness. From planets close to Earth to faraway celestial bodies beyond the solar system, each planet tells its own story, a story of matter, atmosphere, and potential for life, carried through the light that reaches us across time and space. In the past decade, thanks to telescopes like Kepler and James Webb, we have discovered thousands of exoplanets, strange worlds of every shape, size, and composition. Some are super-Earths, larger than our planet but smaller than Neptune, with rocky surfaces or vast oceans stretching endlessly beneath alien skies. These worlds orbit stars that may resemble our sun or smaller red dwarfs, basking in unfamiliar light and temperature. As we study them, we realize that nature's diversity far exceeds our imagination, that the universe has countless ways to exist and thrive. There are gas giants, worlds made entirely of swirling gases, racing around their stars at incredible speeds. Their dense atmospheres whip up winds that rage for thousands of kilometers per hour, creating storms of unimaginable scale. Light filtered through their thick gases reveals surreal colors, deep blues, fiery reds, glowing purples. In these gaseous worlds, we witness the grandeur of nature's rhythm. Every motion obeys the laws of physics, yet the result is breathtaking beauty. Some planets reside within the habitable zone, the region around a star where liquid water can exist and life might emerge. Through spectroscopy, astronomers have detected traces of water, methane, carbon dioxide, and even complex organic molecules. Each planet like this offers a chance to dream, to wonder whether something alive is watching its parent star's light, whether there are other heartbeats resonating with the rhythm of the cosmos. Such questions not only awaken curiosity, but also lull the human soul into a grand dream, where science and poetry meet. Looking deeper, we find planets with extraordinary surfaces, frozen worlds gleaming like mirrors, volcanic planets glowing with constant eruptions, and ocean planets where endless waves lap against global seas. Each world is a melody, each landscape a unique rhythm, each orbit a graceful dance. As imagination soars, humanity feels a vastness of cosmic possibility, that every form, every world, every beam of light tells its own story. Light from these distant worlds travels hundreds or even thousands of light years, carrying whispers of atmosphere, temperature, and chemistry. Scientists read each photon, decode each signal, and discover meaning in every subtle detail. We learn to listen to light as if to music, note by note, beat by beat, understanding the history and potential of distant worlds. Each molecule of water, each trace of methane, each faint glow tells a story of matter of time and the will to exist. But the discovery of planets is not only a scientific pursuit, it is also an emotional experience. When imagining faraway oceans, colossal storms, and long nights dimly lit by alien stars, we feel both our smallness and our deep connection to the cosmos. We are made of stardust, of cosmic dust, and when we gaze at other worlds, it is as if we are looking into a mirror of the universe itself, realizing that curiosity and wonder are the shared heartbeat of existence. These strange planets also open doors for imagination. Could life exist in the vast oceans of Super-Earth? Could plants or microbes thrive under the dense skies of a gas giant? On frozen planets, we might envision creatures slowly evolving beneath layers of ice, faint light shimmering through the frost. On volcanic worlds, we imagine glowing life forms, shimmering like fireflies amid a crimson glow. Each of these visions is a poem written by the universe, composed with light, matter, and infinite possibility. The journey to explore exoplanets is more than observation. It is a bridge between science and emotion. Every dataset, every image, every simulation reminds us that the universe is vast, rich with potential, and full of mysteries yet to unfold. We come to understand that we are both small and essential, that every distant planet, every flicker of light, every discovery is a heartbeat in the grand cosmic symphony. In moments of silence, when light from distant worlds finally touches our eyes, we feel the threads that connect everything. Star to planet, planet to us, and us to universe itself. Every heartbeat, every breath, every beam of light pulses in harmony, composing a living, breathing symphony where all possibilities coexist, and every discovery adds a note to the grand story. And when night falls, as faint light from faraway planets glimmers across the sky, we close our eyes, listen to the rhythm, imagine alien worlds, and feel that curiosity, creativity, and a desire to explore are sacred bridges linking us to the infinite universe. Every planet, every light, every story is a note in the great music of existence, a melody we continue to hear, to join, and to explore forever. When light from distant planets reaches our eyes, humanity slowly begins to realize that the universe is not merely a realm of sparkling stars and ethereal worlds. It is also a place of darkness, where matter and time bend, where the laws of nature reveal themselves in both wondrous and perilous ways. Black holes, the devourers of light, stand as one of the greatest mysteries. They are not just dense masses of collapsed stars. They are windows into the deepest workings of the cosmos. A black hole is born when a massive star exhausts its energy and collapses under its own gravity, forming a region so dense that every atom is crushed beyond imagination. Its so-called event horizon marks the boundary between what can be seen and what cannot. As light approaches this boundary, it bends, stretches, and sometimes vanishes entirely from view, leaving behind profound darkness. Each black hole is a colossal engine of nature, where matter and time intertwine, creating their own rhythm, a silent pulse we can perceive only through gravitational waves. Gravitational waves ripple faintly through space-time, spreading outward when black holes collide or stars collapse. though barely perceptible when they reach Earth. They carry the stories of events that happened billions of light years away. When LIGO and Virgo first detected them, humanity heard the universe for the first time, the rhythm invisible to the eye. Every collision, every vibration, is a note in the grand symphony the cosmos performs. We, the listeners, become musicians ourselves, resonating with that cosmic rhythm, sensing the universe's powerful yet delicate motion. The image of black holes and gravitational waves is not only scientific, but mesmerizingly beautiful. Light bends around black holes, forming shimmering rings like ripples across still water, but filled with unimaginable force. When two black holes merge, space-time trembles, as though an endless cosmic fabric has been gently shaken. In witnessing such phenomena, we feel our smallness, yet also our harmony with the vastness around us, becoming part of the universe's grand orchestration. Astronomers have also found that black holes do not merely consume, they create. The disks of matter swirling around them, called accretion disks, generate staggering amount of energy, ejecting jets of plasma and radiation that stretch for millions of light years. These glowing spirals, like dances of light born from darkness, remind us that even in the deepest void, the universe still shines, still tells stories, still sends its rhythm across space and time. Black holes reveal that the universe is both dangerous and magnificent. When a star strays too close, it is stretched and torn apart, its glowing material spiraling into the void. This process, aptly called spaghettification, sounds mythical, but it is real, governed by the laws of physics. Every such event reminds us that every atom, every beam of light, every grain of cosmic dust moves according to an intricate rhythm, and we are but fortunate observers from afar. Gravitational waves open an entirely new way to perceive the cosmos. Until recently, we could only see the universe through electromagnetic light. Stars, nebulae, planets. Now, we can hear it through space-time itself. When two black holes collide, when a star explodes and the resulting waves ripple outward, we feel the heartbeat of the cosmos, a deep, wordless vibration connecting us to the essence of matter and time. In imagination, a black hole, and its waves turn the universe into an infinite ocean. Black holes are the whirlpools, dark, powerful, but even near them, light persists, stars shimmer, and life endures somewhere beyond. Every photon, every particle, every tremor of space-time tells a story of creation and destruction, of energy and motion. Through curiosity and intellect, humanity learns to read this story, to move in rhythm, to feel the living pulse of the cosmos. Discoveries of black holes and gravitational waves bring not only knowledge, but also spiritual experience. In the swirling images of accretion disks, in the blazing jets of light, in the faint cosmic ripples we detect, we sense mystery, grandeur, and connection. Every heartbeat, every glimmer, every vibration becomes part of a living symphony, where science and emotion, intellect and spirit are one. In moments of stillness, when the world is quiet, we realize that black holes are not monsters, but storytellers. They speak of matter of time, of the ceaseless rhythm and vast motion of existence. Every photon escaping from a disk of light, every gravitational tremor, reminds us that the universe is always in motion, and we, though small, are part of its harmony, its listeners, its narrators. And when our eyes close and imagination takes flight, we can still feel that rhythm, the heartbeat of black holes, the waves rippling through space-time, the light streaming from accretion disks, all blending into a symphony without end. We listen, we resonate, and we understand. The universe is a living story, mysterious and magnificent, where every object plays its part and every rhythm invites us to join, to feel, to listen, and to become one with the grand cosmic song. When humans lift their eyes to the night sky, they see the distant lights of billions of stars and galaxies, but few realize that the universe they are observing is constantly expanding. Every galaxy, every constellation, every planet is drifting away from the others, like notes in a vast symphony no one can fully perceive. This revelation began with simple observations. In the 1920s, Edwin Hubble noticed that the light from distant galaxies was shifted toward the red, signaling that they were moving away from us. That discovery opened a profound understanding. The universe is not static, but in continuous motion, expanding from an initial point we call the Big Bang. The expansion of the universe is not a simple movement. It is space itself stretching. Galaxies are not fleeing from each other. Rather, the space between them grows over time. Every photon of light traveling through space carries a message from the past. And when that light reaches Earth, we realize that what we see today may have been emitted billions of years ago. We are looking into the past, witnessing moments long gone, while still being part of the present rhythm of an expanding universe. Yet cosmic expansion is more than just increasing distances between galaxies. It is deeply connected to a greater mystery, dark energy. About 70% of the universe's total energy is made up of this invisible form of energy, which we cannot observe directly, but infer through its effects. It drives the universe's expansion to accelerate. Dark energy is a hidden, silent force, powerful yet unseen, pulling galaxies apart at an ever-growing speed. From this perspective, humanity perceives an absolute mystery, an invisible but undeniable presence shaping the entire motion of the cosmos we inhabit. The image of the expanding universe resembles an infinite sheet slowly stretching. Galaxies drift upon it like specks of dust, moving farther apart but still bound by the same underlying rhythm. When we imagine this scene, we feel both the smallness of our existence and the grandeur of the cosmos. We see that everything, from the nearest star to the most distant galaxy, is connected by an invisible pulse, a hidden force that our imagination can only just begin to grasp. Some models predict that the universe will continue expanding forever, becoming cold, dark, and silent, a fate known as the Big Freeze. In that distant future, light from faraway stars will fade, galaxies will drift beyond sight, and the universe will enter an eternal solitude. Such visions do not frighten us. Rather, they evoke humility, reminding us that everything, no matter how grand, moves according to delicate cosmic laws, and that we are the fortunate observers allowed to witness and take part in this endless symphony. But cosmic expansion is not merely a theory. It is an emotional experience. When we imagine galaxies drifting apart, when we realize that the light we see from a star today has traveled millions or billions of years to reach us, we sense the rhythm of time itself. Every heartbeat, every breath resonates with the universe's vast motion. We are both observers and participants in the symphony, at once small and magnificent, still and alive. Astronomers have also found that cosmic expansion reshapes how we perceive time and space. When we look at distant galaxies, we are seeing the past. When we look at nearby ones, we see the present. Distance and light become threads weaving together time and space, knowledge and imagination. Every photon, every vibration, every motion of a galaxy is a note in the infinite symphony, reminding us of the deep connection between all objects and all moments. The feeling of merging with the universe's rhythm becomes deeper when we imagine dark energy as a silent heartbeat, an unseen force that cannot be denied. It drives cosmic expansion, but also creates rhythm and balance among matter, light, and space-time. When we listen to the universe's music through images and simulations, we perceive a subtle harmony. Every planet, every star, every galaxy is a note, and every rhythm resonates with our own heartbeat. In moments of stillness, when we imagine distant galaxies drifting beyond sight and light slowly spreading through space, we sense perfect harmony. We see ourselves as both small and essential, both observers and participants, both storytellers and listeners. The rhythm of cosmic expansion, the pulse of dark energy, and the light traveling through time all invite us to join the grand symphony, to feel the vitality, mystery, and wonder of everything around us. And when our eyes close, when our minds drift among the distant galaxies, we can still feel that rhythm. The universe continues to expand, dark energy quietly guides its motion, and every object joins in eternal song. We listen, we resonate, and we understand that every discovery, every observation, every act of imagination is part of the great, unending story, where time, space, and emotion become one, lulling the human soul into a tranquil yet enlightened dream. When we look up at the night sky, the shimmering lights we see are not only nearby stars, but also messages from the distant past. Every photon of light carries its own story, from the earliest moments of the universe, from the birth of the first stars, from galaxies billions of light years away. When that light reaches our eyes, we are gazing into history, listening to the symphony of time that the universe sends us, the rhythm of matter and light flowing through billions of years. About 13.8 billion years ago, the universe began with a great explosion we call the Big Bang. In that first instant, everything, space, time, matter, energy, emerged from a single point, bursting outward into infinity. At first, the universe was so hot and dense that no photon could move freely. But as it expanded and cooled, light finally began to travel through space. This is a cosmic background radiation, a mirror reflecting the universe's infancy. When we observe it today, we are seeing the afterglow of the Big Bang, light that has journeyed more than 13 billion years across the cosmos, carrying the rhythm, temperature, and first story of everything that exists. Millions of years after the Big Bang, matter began to gather, forming the first atoms and later vast clouds of gas. Within these clouds, under the pull of gravity, the first stars were born. The light from those primordial stars, faint but resolute, pierced the surrounding darkness, sending us a message of beginnings. When we look at that light, we sense that the universe is at once mysterious, orderly, and chaotic, and that each star is a beat within the forming cosmic symphony. Those first stars lived brief lives, ending in brilliant supernova explosions that forged the heavy elements, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, the building blocks of life. The light from those supernovae passed through young galaxies, illuminating the surrounding space, and carrying information about matter, temperature, and chemistry. When we observe that light billions of years later, we see the connection between past and present. The atoms in our bodies once belonged to those stars, and the light from their explosion still tells the story of our own origins. As the first galaxies formed, the universe's light grew more diverse. Stars created colors across the spectrum. Dust clouds cast ethereal glows, and the earliest spiral galaxies began to spin, painting majestic patterns across the cosmos. Looking at these ancient galaxies, we perceive both mathematical beauty and rhythmic motion. Stars are born, live, and die in cosmic order. Galaxies collide and merge, composing a grand music of time that the naked eye can only begin to perceive. Through infrared, X-ray, and spectral observations, we now see multiple layers of time at once. We witness planets being born, stars blazing, galaxies drifting out of sight, and even traces of early organic molecules. Every photon, every halo, every speck of dust carries a message. The universe is always in motion, always telling stories, always inviting humanity to join its rhythm. When we close our eyes and let imagination soar, we hear that rhythm. The light flow like a river of time through all things, through every phenomenon, and through ourselves. Through light across time, humanity realizes that science and emotion are one. Knowledge helps us understand the temperatures, compositions, orbits, and velocities of galaxies. But emotion allows us to look at that light with awe, with wonder, with resonance. Each star, each galaxy, each photon is a musical note, and we, through curiosity and imagination, become participants in the endless symphony. Time and light are inseparably linked. When we observe a distant galaxy, the light we see today may have been emitted before humans existed, when Earth was still a searing cloud of dust, when the universe was only a sea of primordial gas. We are seeing the past, yet feeling the present, flowing with the universe's eternal motion. Every glimmer of light is a heartbeat, a breath, a melody in nature's grand composition, where every moment, every object, and every being become one. Across billions of light years, the universe sends us its stories of the birth and death of stars, of colliding galaxies, of distant planets, and of ourselves. Gazing into the light of time, we feel our smallness, yet also our significance. Every atom within us was once part of the early universe, and now we listen to its music, understanding motion, time, and the endless rhythm of existence. In the stillness of the moment, as the light from the Big Bang and the first stars touches our eyes, we realize we are both audience and composer, storyteller and listener. Every light, every vibration, every galactic heartbeat connects us to the cosmos. We move with it, breathe with it, and feel the great symphony in which every object, every event, and every instant tells a story without end. And when our eyes close, when imagination travels with light across time, we still feel that rhythm, the universe alive, mysterious, and full of wonder. We listen, we harmonize, and we understand that every discovery, every observation, and every dream is part of the same great story. the story of light, of time, of life, and of ourselves, united in an eternal, never-ending symphony. When we gaze upon the night sky, the stars that twinkle above seem eternal. Yet in truth, every star lives a life. It is born, it shines, and it fades, leaving behind traces across the vast universe. The light we see today may have traveled for millions or even billions of years to reach us. In their glow, humanity sees not only beauty, but also feels the pulse, the heartbeat, and the hidden stories of the cosmos. Every star begins within a vast cloud of gas and dust known as a nebula. Under the pull of gravity, particles draw together, spinning and condensing into a hot core. As temperature and pressure rise, nuclear fusion ignites. Hydrogen turns into helium, releasing energy and light. A new star is born, like a fresh heart beating within the universe, radiating warmth for millions of years. In that light, humanity senses the heartbeat of cosmic life, slow yet steadfast, pulsing in harmony with all existence. Young stars burn bright and hot, maintaining a delicate balance between gravity pulling inward and the outward pressure from nuclear reactions. During this phase, the star illuminates its surroundings, creating conditions for planets and smaller celestial bodies to form. Planets orbit, atmospheres stabilize, and dust gathers into worlds. Each star, with its light and energy, becomes a musician in the grand cosmic symphony, setting the rhythm and foundation for the stories to come. As a star matures, its fate depends on its mass. Smaller stars like our sun live for billions of years, their steady glow nurturing the possibility of life on nearby planets. Larger stars, many times the sun's mass, live fast and burn fiercely, their brilliance short-lived. When their nuclear fuel runs low, the balance within breaks. The star collapses inward while its outer layers swell, transforming into a massive red giant. The red giant's light is both majestic and melancholic, like a slow, resonant melody marking the passage of time. For the most massive stars, life ends in a spectacular explosion, a supernova. This colossal event releases immense energy, sometimes outshining an entire galaxy, scattering heavy elements across space. In this explosion, humanity witnesses both destruction and creation, the end of a star and the birth of worlds. The carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen that make up planets and living beings are forged in these cataclysms. Each supernova is a soaring note in the cosmic symphony, brilliant and brief before fading into silence. Some of the heaviest stars collapse into black holes after their explosion. The event horizon of a black hole becomes a gateway to another realm, a place where light and matter bend, and time stretches beyond comprehension. Yet even from that dark heart, black holes shape the universe around them, guiding the dance of stars and galaxies, sending ripples of gravitational waves across the cosmos. In the black hole's shadow, humanity senses mystery, power, and the quiet rhythm of the universe's pulse. Stars also interact with one another in delicate ways. In star clusters, gravity binds them together, weaving celestial dances, sometimes collisions or mergers that give birth to new stars or strange remnants like neutron stars, ultra-dense and rapidly spinning, emitting gamma pulses. Each event is a distinct rhythm, a variation in the cosmic melody. When we imagine stars merging in a burst of blinding light, we feel the union of life and death, of past and future, of matter and energy. Beyond their light, stars are creators of the very elements that form the universe. The atoms in our bodies, in planets, in clouds, all were once born within ancient stars. When we listen to starlight, we are hearing their heartbeat, the rhythm that shaped us. The feeling is sacred, tender, and soothing, reminding us that everything is connected through space, time, and light. The glow of old stars, the explosion of supernovae, and the mystery of black holes are not just knowledge. They are emotion. When we picture stars burning, exploding, and fading away, we feel the rhythm of time, the cycle of matter, and the beauty of transformation. Each light is a story, each explosion a reminder of impermanence and eternity, of life and death, of the universe's endless rhythm. And when our eyes close, when imagination soars with the light of distant stars, we still feel that rhythm of living, dying, and being reborn among celestial bodies. We breathe with it, become part of it, and understand that every discovery, every observation, every dream belongs to a grand symphony, where every object, every phenomenon, and every fleeting moment tells a story that never truly ends. When the light from distant stars shines upon the Earth, we are gazing at a part of the grand home humanity calls the Milky Way. This vast spiral galaxy contains hundreds of billions of stars, clouds of gas, cosmic dust, planets, and countless mysteries yet to be unveiled. When we look up at the night sky, we do not merely see scattered points of light. We are witnessing the intricate structure of our cosmic home. Each star, each dust cloud, each faint glow joins in a delicate symphony woven by time and matter. The Milky Way is not a static structure. It rotates like a colossal wheel. The stars bound within their orbits revolve around the galactic center, where a supermassive black hole lies hidden. As starlight passes through interstellar dust, it scatters and softens, producing halos that shift in color depending on surrounding material. In this vast motion, humanity perceives profound harmony. Everything moves yet remains ordered, chaotic yet balanced, like a silent melody the universe has always played. Our solar system lies about 27,000 light years from the galactic center, in a spiral arm astronomers call the Orion Arm. From this position, we see millions of stars, just a fraction of the hundreds of billions that fill the galaxy. Looking upon the Milky Way, we recognize both our smallness and our belonging. Earth is a tiny planet within a vast cosmic city, yet it is the rhythm of this galactic home that has created the conditions for life to exist. The gas and dust clouds within the Milky Way are the cradles of new stars. In these immense nebulae, gravity pulls particles together, forming hot cores from which stars are born. This process unfolds over millions of years, from dark, cold clouds to dazzling spheres of light. To imagine this is to feel the rhythm of cosmic creation, the pulses of birth and death, all moving to the same galactic beat. Every star is a note in the endless symphony performed by the Milky Way. Not only stars, but also satellite galaxies, star clusters, and the Magellanic Clouds take part in this rhythm. They orbit the Milky Way, sometimes colliding or merging, triggering new waves of star formation and reshaping the galaxy's structure. In these motions, humanity realizes that everything is connected. Every movement has consequence, and every rhythm contributes to the grand harmony of the whole. At the Milky Way's core lies its most mysterious heart, a supermassive black hole, millions of times more massive than the Sun. Its gravity draws nearby stars into orbits and helps maintain the galaxy's overall structure. Light and matter near it bend and twist, forming luminous spirals, seen both wondrous and fierce. To imagine this is to feel an awe-inspiring power, the eternal rhythm the black hole sustains, and the quiet sense that we too move with the galaxy's great dance. The Milky Way also holds the chemical treasure of the universe. The atoms of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, iron, and countless other elements were forged in the depths of ancient stars, now gathered into new clouds and newborn suns. From those same atoms came planets, and on one small world called Earth, life began. When we gaze at starlight from afar, we recognize that we ourselves are made of the galaxy, our hearts beating in time with the Milky Way's pulse across billions of years. To feel this connection with the galactic rhythm is more than knowledge. It is a spiritual experience. When we imagine the soft light of distant stars, the slow drift of stellar clusters, and the silent spin of the supermassive black hole, we feel both fragile and essential. Each heartbeat of the galaxy, each photon, each grain of dust resonates with the rhythm of the human soul, filling us with peace, wonder, and a dreamlike calm that lulls the imagination. In the Milky Way, we see past and future intertwined. The light of faraway stars began its journey millions of years ago and reaches our eyes only now. To see that light is to witness the past while feeling the present and imagining what is yet to come. Every photon is a heartbeat, a breath, a story told by the cosmos. And we, the observers, become part of that story, listening to the gentle yet vibrant rhythm of the Milky Way, our home. And when our eyes close, when imagination takes flight, we still feel that rhythm. Stars being born, living and dying, galaxies turning, the supermassive black hole guiding in silence, all blend into a living, mysterious, and wondrous symphony. We listen, we merge, and we understand the Milky Way is not just where we live, but the very heartbeat, the light, and the endless story in which we belong. Every second, every breath, every eternal moment. When humanity lifts its gaze to the sky, the stars of the Milky Way are but a tiny fraction of the vast universe. Beyond our galaxy stretch billions of others, immense cities of stars, planets, cosmic dust, and black holes. Exploring these distant galaxies is like opening doors to countless worlds, each one telling its own story, carrying rhythms, lights, and mysteries that humankind has only begun to imagine. No two galaxies are the same. Some are elegant spirals, their glowing arms coiling in graceful motion, like our own Milky Way. Within those arms, new stars are born, planets take shape, and swirling clouds of gas and dust form ethereal halos of light. Others are elliptical galaxies, shaped like colossal eggs, filled with ancient stars whose soft, quiet light feels like the silent memories of the cosmos. And then there are irregular galaxies, those that collide or are stretched and twisted by neighboring galaxies' gravity, producing scenes both violent and breathtaking, light bending, dust swirling, and newborn stars bursting into brilliance. When modern telescopes like Hubble peer into the depths of space, they capture not only the shapes of distant galaxies, but also their ancient light, photons that have traveled for millions or even billions of years. Every beam of light we receive is a message from the past, a record of birth, life, and transformation. In this light, humanity perceives the rhythm of the universe, the flow of time, and the intricate connection between all things. The light of a distant galaxy is like a symphony in which every star, every cloud, every ray plays a note in the cosmic melody. Astronomers have discovered that galaxies do not stand still. They move, collide, and merge. When two galaxies meet, gravity pulls their stars into new orbits, creating elongated streams of light, whirling clouds of dust, and explosive bursts of star formation. The light from these colliding galaxies carries precious information about speed, motion, chemistry, and energy. To witness such events is to see both chaos and beauty, to feel the unbroken rhythm of the cosmos, a rhythm we can join through imagination and wonder. One of the most astonishing discoveries is that nearly every galaxy harbors a supermassive black hole at its core, objects millions or even billions of times heavier than the sun. These cosmic hearts govern the motion of surrounding stars, shape galactic structure, and influence the birth of new stars. As light passes near them, it bends and twists, forming mesmerizing rings and spirals, gateways into realms where time and space are stretched thin. In these scenes of radiant fury and calm, humanity senses the heartbeat of the universe itself. Distant galaxies are also the chemical treasure troves of the cosmos. In ancient galaxies, heavy elements forge in dying stars scatter through space, providing the raw materials for planets and life. In younger galaxies, new stars blaze forth, releasing fresh energy that continues the rhythm, a rhythm of light, of motion, of an ever-living, ever-changing universe. Each galaxy tells its own tale, and as we observe them, we become part of their rhythm, feeling their beauty, power, and the deep interconnection of all existence. Studying these faraway galaxies also helps us understand the expansion of the universe. As the light from them shifts toward the red end of the spectrum, we learn that the galaxies are moving away from us, that space itself is stretching. From this cosmic drift, we sense the quiet pulse of dark energy, the hidden force driving the grand expansion. Every galaxy becomes a note in the universe's grand symphony, and dark energy, its silent heartbeat, keeps time for billions of celestial performers. Gazing at the galaxies scattered across the heavens, humanity feels both small and deeply connected. Every glow, every collision, every swirl of dust is part of an eternal rhythm. To imagine galaxies spinning, merging, and sending their light across billions of years is to feel peace, a serene awareness that we, too, are woven into this cosmic music. In moments of stillness, when the light from distant galaxies reaches our eyes, we realize we are both audience and participant. Every photon is a heartbeat, a story, a melody. Each galaxy, no matter how distant, tells its own saga of birth and death, of rhythm and energy, of connection to all that exists. And when our eyes close, when imagination drifts among the galaxies, we still feel the rhythm of life and death, of expansion and dark energy, of light traveling through time. We breathe with it, move with it, and understand that every discovery, every observation, every dream is part of the same grand symphony, where every galaxy, every star, every beam of light tells a story that never ends. In the quiet vastness of the universe, every star may carry its own family of planets. When we gaze at the night sky, we see the light of distant stars, but few realize that many of those stars hold secrets, silent, unseen planets orbiting around them, full of potential. Each planet is its own world, its own story, its own heartbeat. A rhythm of universe lets us feel through light while challenging the bounds of human imagination. Scientists discover planets beyond our solar system, exoplanets, using ingenious methods. One such technique is a transit method, where a planet passes in front of its parent star, gently dimming its light. This fleeting moment reveals the planet's size, orbit, and even hints of its atmospheric composition. Imagining the slow fading and returning of starlight, one can almost hear the delicate rhythm of the cosmos, the rhythm of worlds being born, living, and turning silently in the dark. Another method is measuring a star's radial velocity, the tiny wobbles caused by a planet's gravitational pull. These subtle, steady oscillations are like the heartbeat shared between star and planet, allowing us to detect invisible worlds moving through distant shadows. In observing such refined motions, our imagination merges with the cosmic rhythm, sensing life and motion even where the naked eye cannot see. Not all planets are alike. Some are giant gas worlds, tens of times the mass of Earth, with dense atmospheres, powerful winds, and massive storms. Others are rocky planets, orbiting within the Goldilocks zone, where temperatures allow liquid water to exist, the essential condition for life. Some are small and frozen, yet beneath thick layers of ice may lie vast oceans, where potential life quietly endures. Imagining these worlds, the human spirit joins the subtle rhythm of the cosmos, feeling beauty that is both distant and familiar. Each planet tells its own story. On a rocky world, the surface may be covered with active volcanoes, dense atmosphere, and violent storms. But there could also be tranquil valleys, still oceans, and lakes reflecting the light of a parent star. On a gas giant, immense pressure and heat create swirling cloud layers that shimmer with ethereal light. In envisioning such scenes, humanity feels both the power and gentleness of the universe, a symphony where every rhythm flows together as one. The search for distant planets is not merely about finding worlds. It is also about seeking life. Scientists analyze planetary atmospheres for chemical traces, oxygen, methane, water, the fundamental ingredients of life. When light from a planet carries these molecular fingerprints through a telescope, we sense a heartbeat, a breath, a living pulse within that faraway world. Each faint signal reminds us that the vast universe may still cradle other forms of life, and our imagination is invited to soar once more. An important factor is a planet's position within its star system. Worlds too close to their stars burn under scorching heat, while those too far away freeze solid. Only planets within the perfect distance, the Goldilocks zone, can sustain liquid water, the foundation for complex life. Imagine these planets quietly orbiting their suns. We sense the cosmic balance between life and death, between light and shadow. Distant planets also undergo constant transformation. Some are stretched or tilted by the gravity of neighboring worlds, shifting their orbits. Others experience violent volcanic eras, the birth of oceans, or dramatic climate changes. Each transformation is a new rhythm, a fresh note in the symphony of the cosmos. And as we observe, we realize that all life must dance to the rhythm of nature. When we look toward distant worlds, our imagination takes flight. We picture unseen scenes, shimmering oceans under alien suns, spiraling storms of light, and possible creatures thriving in harsh but wondrous conditions. We feel both our smallness and our connection to the cosmos, to the rhythm of life and death, of creation and destruction, of light and matter intertwined. In a quiet moment, as light from faraway planets reaches our eyes, we realize that we are both spectators and participants, both storytellers and listeners. Each planet, each beam of light, each chemical signature tells its own tale, of rhythm, of life, of constant change. We breathe with that rhythm, move with it, and feel the eternal beauty of the universe. And when our eyes close and our imagination soars among distant worlds, we still feel that rhythm, the rhythm of life, of transformation, of light, of energy. We breathe in tune with it, and we understand that every discovery, every observation, Every dream is part of the grand cosmic symphony, where every planet, every star, and every galaxy tells a story that never truly ends. When we look up at the night sky, the light from the sun, the stars, and the distant planets seems faint compared to the sense of familiarity we feel with our own solar system. The solar system is our closest home in the vast universe, the place where Earth spins, where life first emerged, and where the rhythms of nature, from the radiant sun to the distant planets, create a symphony of their own, harmonizing with the greater cosmos. The solar system began forming around 4.6 billion years ago from a solar nebula, a swirling cloud of gas and dust drawn together by gravity. As the nebula's core collapsed, temperature and pressure rose until nuclear fusion ignited, giving birth to the sun, a new light shining in the cosmic darkness. In the sun's glow, we see not only energy but also the heartbeat of the solar system, a rhythm that has nourished life on Earth for billions of years. Around the sun, planets emerged from the remaining disk of gas and dust. Fragments collided and coalesced, forming rocky planets like Earth, Mars, Mercury, and Venus, as well as massive gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn. In this grand process, we see both the violence and the harmony of creation. Every collision shaping balance, every orbit finding rhythm, as each planet dances around the sun. Each planet tells its own story. Earth, with its liquid water, oxygen-rich atmosphere, and ideal conditions, became the cradle of countless life forms. Mars, the red planet, reminds us of ancient rivers long gone, dormant volcanoes, and a lingering possibility of life, past or future. Jupiter, the gas giant, with its colossal storms and diverse moons such as Europa, which hide an ocean beneath its icy crust, holds mysteries of potential life beyond Earth. As we imagine the planets circling the sun, we feel the pulse of the solar system, powerful yet gentle, stable yet ever-changing. The moons orbiting these planets also play vital roles. Earth's moon controls the tides, stabilizes our planet's tilt, and fills the night with serene rhythm of light. Moons like Europa, Enceladus, and Titan, with their ice or liquid water, may harbor life. Each moon, with its orbit and unique nature, contributes its own beat to the grand symphony of the solar system, a rhythm that humanity can sense through both imagination and science. The giant planets, such as Jupiter and Saturn, exert profound influence. Their immense gravity draws in asteroids and comets, shielding Earth from catastrophic impacts. Saturn's magnificent rings, composed of ice and rock, reflect sunlight in shimmering patterns, both mesmerizing and tranquil. Imagining these rings and orbits, we sense a cosmic harmony, a natural order that unites beauty and balance. The space between planets is filled with gas, dust, and asteroids, remnants of planetary formation. They move quietly yet constantly, carrying materials that will one day form new stars and planets. In their subtle motion, we perceive the delicate rhythm of the cosmos, the connection between all things, the silent persistence of existence unfolding over billions of years. Exploring the solar system is not just about observing planets and moons. It is about feeling the flow of energy and rhythm radiating from the sun. Its light and radiation sustain temperature, climate, tides, seasons, and biological rhythms on Earth. Each ray of sunlight is a heartbeat, a breath, a story told from the center of our system. As sunlight passes through the atmosphere, we sense the pulse of life itself, the rhythm of being and becoming. Altogether, the solar system is a complete symphony. Planets orbiting the sun, moons circling planets, dust and gas drifting quietly, and the sun radiating energy, all move together in harmony, forming a unique yet intricate rhythm in which humanity is both observer and participant, listening, feeling, and moving in time with the cosmic music. And when we close our eyes and let imagination soar across the solar system, we still feel its rhythm, the heartbeat of planets, the persistence of life, the radiance of the sun, and the motion of distant worlds. We breathe with it, move with it, and realize that every discovery, every observation, every dream is part of this eternal symphony, the story of our solar system, our home, that never truly ends. Within the solar system, amidst the blazing light of the sun and the small rocky planets, exist colossal worlds of gas, the cosmic giants such as Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter, more than 300 times the size of Earth, is not only the largest planet, but also a symbol of might and majestic rhythm within the solar system. Gazing at that swirling mass of gas, humanity perceives a universe of ceaseless motion and energy, where every cloud layer, every storm, and every moon moves in harmony, a silent yet powerful cosmic symphony. Jupiter has no solid surface. It is a vast ocean of gas, with endlessly swirling clouds and massive storms that rage for centuries. The Great Red Spot, a gigantic storm that has lasted at least 400 years, spins slowly but persistently, like the powerful heartbeat of the planet itself. In this spectacle, we witness both fierce beauty and quiet rhythm, where every current of gas obeys the laws of gravity, thermodynamics, and celestial mechanics. Orbiting Jupiter are dozens of moons, each moving in its own path, from volcanic Io, alive with eruptions, to the icy Europa, where a hidden ocean lies beneath thick layers of ice. Observing these moons, we sense the individual rhythm of each world, each like a musical note within the grand cosmic symphony, distinct yet harmoniously aligned with its parent planet and the Sun. The other gas giants of the solar system carry their own rhythms as well. Saturn, adorned with its magnificent rings, performs a delicate dance of light. Every icy particle and rocky fragment orbits in perfect balance, reflecting sunlight in soft, shimmering hues, creating a scene both ethereal and serene, like a celestial concerto of light and shadow. Farther out lie Uranus and Neptune, each cloaked in mystery and color. Uranus, tilted nearly 90 degrees, experiences extreme seasons and fierce, frigid winds. Neptune, deep blue and tempestuous, embodies a grandeur of atmospheric rhythm, where winds and temperatures shift endlessly, blending into the greater motion of the solar system. These gas giants also serve as guardians of Earth. Their immense gravity captures comets, asteroids, and other dangerous celestial objects, protecting our planet from destructive impacts. Each of them, through its orbit and gravitational pull, contributes to the delicate balance of the solar system, where every movement is in rhythm. Every force plays its part in the cosmic symphony. When we look at Jupiter, we see not just a planet, but the history, motion, and majestic rhythm of storms, gases, and moons. Each tempest, each layer of cloud, and each orbiting moon is a musical note in an astronomical composition, one that humanity can join with imagination, feeling the strength and beauty of the universe even from our small world called Earth. Scientists continue to study Jupiter's formation and inner structure. Beneath its turbulent outer layers lies a molten core of rock and metal, where extreme pressure and heat generate vast energy and a powerful magnetic field. This magnetic field envelopes the planet and its moons, producing immense auroras, luminous waves of light sweeping across the atmosphere like pulses of music. When we imagine those glowing auroras swirling and expanding, our spirit resonates with the cosmic rhythm, sensing the enduring vitality of the universe. In essence, the gas giants are the deep, resonant tones of the solar system symphony, mighty yet steady, fierce yet orderly, vast yet harmonious. Imagining them spinning, storming, and glowing while their moons circle in graceful orbits, we feel the continuous rhythm of energy, creation, destruction, and rebirth, the rhythm of the cosmos itself. And when we close our eyes and let imagination soar with Jupiter and the other giants, we still feel that rhythm, the rhythm of storms, of spinning, of orbits, of auroras, of life and energy. We breathe with it, move with it, and understand that each gas giant tells its own story within the grand symphony, where the solar system, our eternal home, forever pulses with rhythm and light. When we turn our gaze to the distant reaches of the solar system, a magnificent planet appears, gentle yet commanding, Saturn. Unlike Jupiter, with its roaring tempests and turbulent clouds, Saturn radiates a soft golden light, brushed with hues of pale blue and cream. But what makes it truly enchanting are its rings. Those mysterious, shimmering halos encircling the planet like eternal bands of light suspended in the stillness of space. In Saturn's presence, we feel a rhythm both serene and precise, the delicate balance of cosmic matter and energy. These rings are not merely a spectacle of beauty. They are a symphony of physics and light. Each ring is composed of billions of particles of ice, rock, and dust, orbiting in perfect motion, colliding, shimmering, yet never losing harmony. The sunlight that strikes them scatters into soft glimmers and misty halos, creating a spectacle of flickering brilliance. To gaze upon the rings is to sense a cosmic rhythm, a quiet, elegant cadence of equilibrium, beauty, and stability that defines the solar system. Scientists have studied these rings in intricate detail. Some are thin and translucent as mist, reflecting light like silk. Others are dense and tinted with pale gold and brown, formed of countless stones and icy fragments revolving in steady paths. Imagining these particles spinning, gently touching, and sparkling in the sunlight, we can almost hear the hushed rhythm of the solar system, a hidden melody uniting Saturn, its moons, and the very dust of space. Around Saturn, dozens of moons orbit gracefully, from Titan, with its thick atmosphere and lakes of shimmering hydrocarbons, to Enceladus, where icy geysers hint at vast oceans beneath its frozen crust, perhaps even harboring life. Each moon is a note in Saturn's grand symphony, moving independently, yet harmonizing with the planet and its rings, glowing and gliding through music of silence and grandeur. To explore Saturn's rings and moons is not only to observe but to feel their rhythm. As sunlight passes through the icy arcs, reflecting off the countless frozen particles, we sense the life of matter itself, motion, gentle collision, and cosmic harmony in quiet continuity. Every ring, every moon, every grain of ice tells a story, and together they create Saturn's living symphony, graceful, mysterious, and infinite. Beneath this beauty lies Saturn's inner strength. A powerful magnetic field encircles the planet, giving rise to spectacular auroras at its poles. Blue, violet, and golden lights shimmer and dance along invisible magnetic lines, a celestial ballet of charged particles and energy. Imagining these lights swirling in rhythm, we feel our spirits move with the universe, attuned to the pulse of creation, a rhythm both delicate and eternal. Saturn is not only beauty and balance, it is also a guardian within the solar system. Its immense gravity captures comets and asteroids, shielding Earth from catastrophic impacts. Through this role, we are reminded that every celestial body is interconnected, that Saturn's rhythm influences the rhythm of planets, of the galaxy, and of the universe itself. To imagine Saturn, its golden glow, its luminous rings, its circling moons, its flickering auroras, is to find calm in the vastness. Every gust of wind, every grain of ice, every orbit moves in synchrony with the great symphony of the cosmos. And when we close our eyes, letting imagination rise alongside Saturn, we still feel that rhythm, the rhythm of light, of motion, of life and energy, a rhythm that echoes through the solar system. And in that quiet moment, as imagination merges with Saturn, we realize that every ring, every moon, every aurora tells its own story in the endless cosmic symphony. We breathe with it, move with it, and understand that the solar system, from the sun to Saturn, is a living, resonant masterpiece, serene yet powerful, where every rhythm reminds us of connection, beauty, and the eternal pulse of existence.